get him to come in here and eat some deodorant or something. And he was like, I'll be in LA in a couple weeks or next month. Or it was very open-ended. I was like, okay, well, I'll let you know.
So we discussed maybe doing a collab or a podcast. I don't even remember something.
Right.
And it was just in an email, and then we just didn't.
We just never followed up. We're like,
And you featured a video of him ranting about you and Filthy Frank, and he said some derogatory comments about you and Gila, and it was basically just him making himself look like an asshole.
Like he's obsessed with insulting you specifically. I love the twist anti-Semitic at the end.
So for those of you who don't know, Shoenice is a crippling alcoholic. He got really popular in 2011, 2012 for some videos of him basically slamming liters of alcohol within a few seconds.
Guess that Shoenice.
Me and my elementary school friends used to watch Shoenice all the time. And watching his videos, it does not take a genius to know that this guy is not in a good place. He is. He's a raging alcoholic. And if you've ever seen his Vice documentary, which I recommend, you can see that the guy is not all there. He has some issues, okay? And deep down, it seems like his intentions are good in general, but there's a lot of issues to be unraveled.
When was the last time I seen my son? That little spoiled rotten brat. When you see him again, tell him to tell his mom, dirty bitch, I'm getting half. We gotta finish this. We gotta...
You know, he's a very interesting guy, a very interesting case study. And Ethan is aware of all that, and he must think he's interesting too, because he used him as a punching bag in front of his audience of over 1 million.
And I'm pretty sure he's drunk all the time. He gets drunk. He's done this about 20 times. Makes this anti-Semitic ramble, and then he erases it when he sobers up. These are pretty entertaining, and so I'm kind of into like Shoenice hate videos now.
And he was aware of that when he gave Shoenice false hope of being on the podcast.
My biggest concern was I don't want him in this office, not only because I'm afraid he's going to try to kill somebody, but I also don't trust him with the address. I think he would like post it on Twitter immediately, just out of a drunk vengeance. I think he would be an interesting podcast guest, but I would want like legit security. I would want him patted down before he entered. Yeah, handcuffed. We'll have to restrain him. It'll be like a scene out of Silence of the Lambs where he's just sitting in a chair. We'll have to muzzle him, put a mask on him.
Because Ethan does not care about people's feelings on an individual level. On a grand scale, he cares what people think, but on an individual level, he does not. Unless, of course, you have something to offer him. Now, he only brought him up in this one segment, right? That's, you know, you bring up Shoenice once, he doesn't really know how he'll react. It's not a big deal, honestly. I would have definitely overlooked it, because, you know, Shoenice probably enjoyed the attention. But now, here we are. It's been a year since that podcast, and Ethan's had a year to develop as a podcast maker, as a host, and well, he decided to add Shoenice again.
Shoenice is a fucking lunatic. In other news, so apparently Shoenice has like 20 different accounts, and he switches between them. Shoenice loves Hila and wishes she would forgive him. If you guys don't know, he had called you a Jewish whore or something, something sweet like that. Shoenice, believe it! Exclamation. I believe Ethan is willing to forgive. Shoenice deleted videos. To see Shoenice would be legendary. The real Shoenice deleted videos. Wish upon a star, bro. Shoenice. The mental sad man. Never duplicated. Give this a thumbs up, everyone. Shoenice exposed. I will come to Cali, bro. Let me know. Are you fucking
How
mind blown
long
yet?
did this take him to do? Because, like...
Are you mind blown yet?
Brought him up for a whole about 6 minutes. Talked about how he has 50 different YouTube accounts, and he basically likes his own comment and comments on his comments, and like makes it so that he rises to the top. Basically calling him out for acting like an insane person.
I emailed him, and this fucking psycho that spent 5 hours replying 100 times, I can't get a hold of him. I have no way of getting a hold of him.
Even that one, I don't really care. Because, you know, it's kind of an interesting tidbit, a weird thing that Shoenice did. It's the next one that really kind of gets me.
Today we've got a special presentation put together of Know Your Meme featuring the one and only Shoenice. We've got a caller on the line here. Let's get started.
Okay, so on the next podcast, he has a 20-minute segment about, get this, him quizzing one of his viewers about how fucked up Shoenice is. Putting his mental illness on fucking full blast.
Joe, you're on the air. welcome to Know Your Meme. Joe, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Even better now I'm talking to my favorite couple on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Joe. You're too kind, too kind. Do you know Shoe Nice? Are you ready to win a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus?
And you can say it's all in good fun, you know, there's no negative intention, but I know in my head, I know that Ethan gets some sick pleasure from putting him on blast like that.
So you said he chained himself and he shit himself in a diaper and fasted for 4 to 5 days. Did he achieve success in his hunger strike?
No, I think he was actually forcibly removed at some point, but we did not have Fountain Day that year. So
that story definitely lines up with the Shoe Nice we all know and love. So I have no problem stretching my imagination to believe that.
For better or for worse.
But like any spoiled child, he does not know when to quit.
That just shows what a decent, kind-hearted man you are. Now, I remind you, the objective is to get into the shoe itself.
I got to get more depraved.
Hila said to him, slam some more toilet paper to clean the shit that's becoming out of your mouth. What provoked this from Hila?
He called you Israeli whore, and I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
Well, Joe, you are entering the mind of Shoe, and I like to see that. You've dropped all rationale, all reason.
Totally fucking bonkers is what it is.
50 channels.
Imagine having that much free time. So this is what we're dealing with here, folks. How many times has Shoe Nice ever had alcohol poisoning?
So let's just enter Ethan's mind right now, okay? Shoe Nice, over a year ago, made a 60-second video where he basically bashes you and your wife to his audience of, let's say, max 3,000 people. Because, well, Shoe Nice's channel, the one that he got popular on, got taken down by YouTube. I wonder why. A big surprise. So now, after having all that progress reset, he's basically at square one. And so he has he has no audience, really. He has some sick people who enjoy watching a man fall into fucking misery. And Ethan, being one of those people, decides to take this clip and fucking put it on blast to over 1 million people.
He's such a weirdo. He erases all the footage on his old videos all the time. And then he makes a channel called Shoe Nice Deleted Videos. So he erases it on one channel, re-uploads it on another, and it's just, he's just on another level.
So because Shoe Nice made a video bashing your wife, you feel that you have a moral authority to put him on blast in front of millions of people. On a podcast where you're making 20K. And Shoe Nice is making nothing. And just when you think it couldn't go any deeper, you find out that Ethan is actually entertaining the idea of taking the bullying further.
You know what? If we're talking about Whack Pack, Howard Stern Whack Pack that we want to build of our own, Shoe Nice is like the Beetlejuice. Shoe Nice, I'm telling you, this guy is a legend. I think he is going to be the first official member of the Goof Troop.
He claims he wants to take a group of disenfranchised YouTubers, people who are desperate for attention, and basically kick them around.
I want you to be part of this show, Shoe Nice. I think you have what it takes to be the first official member of the H3 Goof Gang.
Well, basically, this video is to accept Ethan and Hila's invitation to be the first official member of the Goof Gang that they're forming. That's right, I'm probably going to be an employee of H3H3.
But separate of the idea, you're still being cruel. Because I know, Ethan, that you have no intention of working with Shoe Nice. None at all. You said it yourself.
I don't want him in this office, not only because I'm afraid he's going to try to kill somebody, but I also don't trust him with the address. I think he would post it on Twitter immediately.
So thank you, Ethan, for putting an alcoholic on blast, sending him on an emotional roller coaster. You're doing the Lord's work, man. Papa bless. Yeah. But even all of that would be forgivable if you weren't such a fucking hypocrite.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. Well, basically everybody's going back and forth asking me if I'm going to be on Ethan's Goof Gang. Yeah, I kind of misunderstood what Ethan was saying on his podcast when he said, we need you here. You're just an epic goofy guy. But if I'm going to just work through Skype or whatever, or group chat, that's fine. I'm the first honorary and official member of the Fupa Troopas. Yeah. Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. Either way, for the fourth time, Ethan, my buddy from H3H3, has given me a shout out. He's called me the moral center of YouTube, a legend. Ethan and Hila from H3 Podcast. I would love to be interviewed by you guys. I know we had some arguments back in the day. That was totally my fault. Just drunk and just trolling. Shoe Nice, me and Hila would just like to offer you a public apology. Yeah, we were trolling you again. We just wanted to bust your balls like you bust other people's balls, and there's no goof gang guy. We just want you to, not wait for us to call or email you. We appreciate you not bothering us this time. You're just easy to get, bro. You know what I mean?
We're not fucking assholes, because it's just mean. He doesn't deserve to be made fun of. And I mean, if you look at Leafy's channel, all he does is make fun of kids and like vulnerable people. There's no sport in making fun of these people. It's just sad. Sending like millions of like kids to just harass these people. And honestly, it is kind of just turned into bullying. I know we make fun of people, but we do our best to make sure that it's somebody who deserves it. We'd never find someone with 10 views and be like, hey, fuck this kid for trying to follow his passions and live his hobby. Here's making fun of a Joey's World Tour who's obviously has an eating disorder. Like, what the fuck, man? Can you just find like someone to pick on your own size? Like, I mean, seriously, dude. At this point, it's literally just bullying. The guy needs help, support, not fucking ridicule by 1,000 raging kids on the internet. Thought we were a little more delicate than that. And I just would like to see that same delicacy across the board, because this is not the community that, I think most of us want to be a part of. So I just want to say for the record that we are hypocrites.
It all comes full circle eventually. And Ethan Klein, your time is up.